Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Agate. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm actually recording this on the day of the 777 portal. And so I thought I wanted to do a reading with you all that just sort of speaks to what might this energetic portal be opening for you, what doors might be opening for you, what blessings may be coming for you to stay. At least over the next 7 years. So beautiful energy around today. I hope that everybody is having a joyfully abundant day. I hope to be able to get this reading up before the end of the day. So if you have not yet subscribed to the Abundant Joy Tarot channel, please do. I would love to have you to be a part of the community and be able to reach as many people as possible. Just please click that subscribe button. Also know that I do personal readings. I love doing personal readings. It allows us to kind of get into the nitty gritty with you. And also they're very reasonable and I do them via Zoom. So it's a more of a energetic connection. So if you are interested, please email me at abundantjoytarot, all small case, all together, @gmail.com. You'll find all that information in the description. That being said, let's jump into this reading. We're going to have 3 piles for today. I'm going to go ahead and show you the card that I pulled to take you into the reading, and then each of these readings I'm going to be using a different deck, and I'll show you what I shuffled the cards for each of the piles and prayed over it, and I'll show you what's at the bottom of the deck for each of these piles, so you'll get to see 2 cards to pull yourself in. And so let's get started. All right, so for pile number 1, you have the black agate here. And the card that you have, this is exciting because I haven't looked at them. Ooh, listen to advice. Listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. So there's something about that for you. And then we will be using the Star Tarot for you. And what is at the bottom of the deck? The Strength card. That's beautiful. Okay, so you have the Strength card and listen to advice and the black agate. So that will be your pile if you choose that one. And then pile 2 will be the green Aventurine. And the card that you have drawing you in is slow down to relax, break to enjoy the beauty around you. Okay. Beautiful card. I love the colors. And then I will be doing the Mystical Moments Tarot for your reading. And what you have at the bottom of the deck. Oh, okay. You have the 3 of Cups, which actually marries very nicely with this slow down to relax, this idea of coming together. But we will get into it in your reading. Okay. So 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Slow down to relax. And the green Aventurine for pile 2. Pile 3. You have got the blue Aventurine, and you have Speak Out. Look at her. Okay. Communicate and solve the conflicts. So that's what the card you have. And at the bottom of your deck, I'll be using the Light Seers deck for your reading. Ooh, and you have the Emperor. Beautiful, strong cards. So the Emperor, speak out. Lord knows the Emperor can speak out. It also represents Aries energy. And you've got the blue Aventurine. So those are your 3 piles. We will just do the reading as we're doing it in each reading. And you can go to those in the timestamps will be below. And I'll see you in your reading. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Agate. And if you chose the black agate and this card here, listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. then this is going to be your reading. And what we saw originally was that your undercard, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, was the Strength card in the tarot. And I love this card. I think it's really, really beautiful, and it is definitely speaking to the message here. This Oracle card, Listen to Advice, is from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck. And it talks about this idea of understanding that we all need guides. Now, we all have our different guides. You know, it can be like it could be an actual physical mentor or support or spiritual leader or advisor. It could be your own sort of higher self, your connection with the divine directly, whatever that may be, your spirit guides, whatever is sort of guiding you on your path. But what this card is really saying, at least the Listen to Advice card, is that there are times, even if you have been navigating your own life and you've been able to make those decisions, I believe that this portal for you is going to be opening new realms of possibility in which you're going to be entering into new experiences. And so it's urging you to be able to put the ego aside and ask for advice as you move forward. Understand that advice will be grounded in your own intuition and strength. This is like your inner knowing, leaning on to that energy within you, which is gentle and calm and self-knowing, right? Reflection there. So there's sort of this inflection, and that you have the strength and the ability to do all of the things that are going to be opening up for you in this portal. And I'm really getting the sense that there's some really powerful, beautiful openings for you, some things that you may have not thought possible for you in your life are going to be opening up for you. And we'll pull the tarot cards and kind of see what is the story there. But ultimately, I think what we're seeing here is that Spirit is asking you to also allow yourself to, I hate to say be humble, but in a sense, to be still enough within yourself, have the inner strength enough actually to be able to ask for support, ask for advice, ask for help, seek additional information that may unfold for you in a new way of doing something. Because what I'm hearing in my head is to do something, to work smarter and not harder. Oh, and my air just came on. I'm going to have to pause for a moment because I know it's going to be loud. Hold on one moment. Okay, apologize for that pause. So if you have been worried about something in your life, this card is really coming to say that divine guidance is coming your way. Okay, divine guidance is going to lift some of any confusion, clouds, doubt of something that you may have been struggling about for a while. And the card is also saying that you that the confusion that you've been dealing with has not been because of some sort of negative reason or some negative energy coming at you, and that the divine is actually coming in to just be to provide clarity, clear the clouds of any sort of confusion so that you can move forward, and you're being guided to really lean into your inner strength to help you to resolve that. But mainly that card is just pay attention to the guidance that is around you. The other thing I'm hearing is that be conscious of like symbols or signs that are around you that are guiding you. Understand that when we say symbols or signs, we're not saying that like you're putting, as you know, some people in certain traditions say, putting false idols. It's not about putting false idols. It's about listening to the messages of the divine and how your spirit guides, your God, whatever that is that support, that higher being that supports you, how does it communicate to you? And in order to understand that, to be able to listen fully, and sometimes the way that communication comes in, it can come through the mouths of babes, as they say, or the mouths of other people. It can come from things that you read. It can come from, things that you hear. It can come from synchronicities that you see within your life. And so it's just about listening not only to what's happening on the outside around you, but how does that connect to your spirit? Okay, so that is what this card is telling me in terms of that. I really also feel like this portal for you is going to be an opening to your listening, which to me is an opening to your intuitive self. So those of you who have been on path, okay, so I'm getting that there may be multiple paths here. So one is that on a base level, it's just about listening, getting advice, seeking mentors, making sure you're doing that extra bit of research for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And then for those of you who are on a deep spiritual path and have been doing a lot of sort of meditation and growth and tapping into what is happening in this 7-7 portal is a opening within your soul, spirit, heart chakra, and above your third eye to be able to listen at a deeper level than you had the key to listen to before. Okay, so that is for those that understand what I just said. So there's like this opening, this greater opening that is going to be happening for you, and to be mindful of that. And Spirit is saying, listen, right? Listen. All right. All right, so that being said, that's what we've got covering it here. I'm going to go ahead and I've got several, you can see them there. I've got several oracle cards down here that I have not shuffled yet or pulled for you all. So I'm going to pull one oracle card, which is this the door oracle card, and see what door might be opening for you. And this kind of came right up. Okay, begin here. Okay, so it says, do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. Okay, and I love that it says pass this card on, because it to me is like, this is about like, it's actually a keyhole, right? And it's like this portal is opening new paths of travel for you, new opportunities to step out into a world that you have not yet seen. So places that you haven't been, people that you haven't met, like new opportunities are going to be coming forward for you if you're ready to receive them. Okay, some of you I'm hearing like new methods of travel. So I'm assuming that means like if you haven't flown before, you may take you might fly. If you haven't taken a train before, you might take a train. If you haven't taken a rapid train, you might take a train. If you haven't taken buses before, you might take a bus. You might take it, like you might. I'm saying like ferries or like little boats across like divided places in different countries or something. But like new methods of travel and new places. Okay. But it's saying also, this card is really saying like, this is the opening, right? And which is beautiful for the 7-7. Like there is an opening that is occurring. Doors are opening at a new level. And the other thing I'm hearing from Spirit, and this is your tarot, and I'm going to shuffle and pull these cards. But the other thing I'm hearing from Spirit is in regards to the begin, right? That it's time for you to begin something that, and I feel like it's really significant what I'm hearing, because it feels like Spirit is saying you're beginning. It doesn't feel like something, it is new, but it also feels like you're beginning something that you've been holding in your heart for some period of time. And now, ooh, both of those came out. Okay. So, and now that portal is opening for you to be able to step into that. Okay. So let's see what our tarot is telling us here. Let's see, put that, oopsie, put that up there. Okay. I don't think that's going to fit. Or maybe it will. Okay. So your tarot, you've got the moon. Okay. So, and what I heard immediately is that part of what's happening for you in this portal, as I was saying about the intuition, the moon also talks about deep emotions. And so there's this sense of like, and I love how there's like literally a path here. Like there's an opening that is occurring here. Okay. And it's almost, I'm really seeing like, okay, you've got the light and the shadow of the dog's here, but then I'm also seeing like, you've got these animals here and you've got these birds down here and their mouths are open. And so it's just reminding me of this message here to listen. Like there's a lot of ways in which you need to listen, not just like to human mentors, but other ways that you hear that you have a knowing of what the divine wants you to do. Oftentimes we know what to do, y'all, but we just maybe we're nervous about it, or we just don't want to like take that step, or we're, like, did I really hear that? Like, and like Spirit is saying, listen. And also the listening that's advised here with the moon card is listening to the emotion, to your emotional well, right? Listening to what's happening. When you feel a certain way, that is feedback, that is guidance, that is support for what you need to do on your path. Understand that you are a powerful being and that your feelings are a part of your internal antennas to let you know which way you need to be moving to be on your clear path. All right. And so as this portal opens up, there is going to be, you may even be feeling at a deeper level, but what they're asking you to do is to pay attention to that. Okay. Pay attention to what you're feeling at a deeper level. Okay. Don't disregard your feelings. Yes. Okay. So you've got the Death card. Let's see all that we have here. The Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. Okay. All right. I'm going to probably pull another clarifier for this, but okay. So what I'm really seeing here, because I actually think that it's going, okay. So, what I'm seeing here, wow, this Death card is powerful. So as a part of your 7-7, you're going to be releasing. It's not even a matter of you needing to release. It's like, you will release. There's a need for you to let go of something, to die unto, I want to say die unto yourself, but that sounds kind of harsh, but like to die unto yourself, meaning die unto certain perhaps ideas or behaviors or just ways of being. There's a part of yourself that needs to rest in peace, right? Like needs to rest in peace so this beautiful phoenix of fire can emerge from that death, right? Like, I don't know if you can see, but there's an actual, like a face and arms that are hanging over here. And it's like, there's this sense of like, as you dip into your moon energy, as you dip into your emotions and understand yourself better and listen more closely, there's a part of you that you actually already know, I'm being told, needs to go. Like it needs to be released. It could involve other people, but I'm really getting the sense that this is connected to an emotional sort of space or way of thinking that you have about yourself or your environment or what's possible for you that needs to be put aside so that something more can be coming up. There's a transformation here of energy that is like, okay, I don't know how else to say this, but it's earthbound, so that you can get into to your fire energy. Because directly following this, we've got the Queen of Wands, and you've got the Knight of Wands, which is like very, very fast moving fire energy here. So you've got the Queen of Wands energy here, which I think is sort of representing, because it's sort of falling right in the middle here. So I feel like it is representing how you are going to be moving through this portal. Now, the Queen of Wands is all about passion, fire, creativity. She is a natural leader as well, just like the king, but she is highly abundant. I mean, look at her. She's so creative. Look at all of that fire around her. And here we have this lion again, this sort of reminiscent of the same energy, very similar energy here of this idea of the strength. So there's a sense that you have this inner strength. And I love how this I believe it's a panther. Could be a cheetah, but I think it's a panther, and it's like a universal panther. It's like being connected to the universe with all of the stars and the connected and the infiniteness here. So there's this sense here that you are, as this portal is opening for you, there's some emotional death that is going to have to occur through this moon space and the death card. But out of that death is going to be a beautiful emergence of you, of a vibrant new you that is going to be bursting forth with flame. And Spirit is asking you to listen to the advice so that you can slow down to speed up, right? Like there's a sense that like this portal is like going to cause a little bit of a slowdown for you, but then it's going to push you forwards full speed ahead, like with this sense of fire. And I think that is going to be the opening that we see here with like traveling, moving into new places, meeting into new people. You want to be able to put this energy to a rest. And I think I want clarity. I'm trying to see what I can pull. Yeah, I'll pull from the Muse deck. I would like to clarify what we're dealing with when we talk about this death here. So what Spirit is the death? If we could get more information for beautiful souls in pile 1, what kinds of, energy are we needing to let go of? If it's people, places, thoughts, feelings, what is it that needs to have a death so that they can emerge as the beautiful phoenix that you would have them to be? What do we need to clarify this death card? Okay, I got 2 cards, so I'm going to go with it. And we've got, wow, 2 very powerful cards. So you've got the Chariot and you've got the Lovers. All right, so here, remember that the Lovers is also about choice. Okay, so it is often about partnership, and there may be a partnership that may need, because we're asking for clarification on the death, what needs to be let go of, right? And so what I feel like is that there may be a partnership that needs to be let go of, but what I'm feeling even more strongly, you all, is this idea of choice, because as I was saying before, it seems to be connected to an emotional death, an idea, a choice that you may have made about your life and about who you are and how you can walk in this world. Right? There's a need for you to let that choice go, because sometimes we make choices, y'all, that we made in a time when we needed to make that choice, right? We needed to survive something. We needed to get to the other side of something. We needed to hold in that emotion because it wasn't safe for us in that moment. But then what happens is we hold on to that choice like for our dear life when we don't need it anymore. And even after that same choice can be causing our own selves pain, like we're inflicting pain upon ourselves. So like, for example, if you're like if you're a child, just sort of a random thing, if you're a child and you like make a choice to like eat a bunch of candy, okay? Like you're just gonna eat a bunch of candy, and it helps you to kind of like distract yourself from what's going on with your family or, anything like that. And then like you keep doing that all throughout, your life, and until it begins to affect your health. And like, you can make another choice because you no longer need that to like be your, support, right? But you've made the choice, and it's like we make the choice and we move blindly toward it. So Spirit is asking you to look at those things, look at the choices, conscious and unconscious choices you have made for yourself in your life. What have you said? I can do this, but I cannot do that. What have you said? It needs to look like this, but it cannot look like that. I want to have that, but it has to be in this way, right? All of those choices that you have made, you need to re-examine them. Get further advice and guidance and figure out if that's where you need to go, because some of those choices need to die so the phoenix in you can be arisen anew, and you can actually have more of what you actually desire. You can have more of the passion that you want in your life. You can have more of the creativity that you want in your life. You can have more of the victory, right? The victory that you want in your life by changing your choices. You always have the opportunity to change your mind, beautiful pile 1, okay? Always. So you have that right to change your mind, and Spirit is telling you it's time. it's time to change your mind about your thing. And the other thing here is you've got the Chariot. And I love that card for you because it is about the Chariot is moving forward rapidly towards your soul destination, right? But what's deep about the Chariot card is that the Chariot card comes after the individual has had some lessons, right? Has had to go back and meld with and deal with the light and the shadow of ourselves. Because you may have moved forward on that soul purpose and failed, right? And then had to go back, learn those lessons and become renewed with a new sense of moving forward. So this is the sense here that with the Lovers in the Chariot card, in terms of clarifying the Death card, that you're letting go of something. You're letting go of some choices that you made, some ways, some pathways that you thought is what you needed to get to your soul journey, so that you can open up, get the advice you need from spirit and from this world, so that you can move forward into your creative realm. Now you've got this Ten of Swords here, and I feel like this Ten of Swords, it's a very powerful card. All right, the Ten of Swords is a completion, right? It's a completion of a cycle. So it pairs nicely actually with the Death. It is a painful completion. It is a conclusion of something that you have needed to shed. But I love this illustration of it because it's almost Christ-like in a way, actually, because it's got the cross. It looks like cross, but there's this sort of sense of ascension, right? The pain that may have come from the lessons that you've had in the past, right, is going to allow you to elevate to a space that you were not able to elevate to before. And this portal of 777 is giving you that pathway in. So those of you who have been in a lot of pain, who have been struggling, who have been feeling overburdened, have felt defeated, okay, this 7-7 portal is saying to you, beloved, this has passed. The ending is now here. New doors are opening for you. You hold the key, okay? You hold the key. So please hold on to that beautiful image of the key of what's coming forward. And Spirit, can you clarify for us what about this Ten of Swords and what energy my beautiful pout ones can be looking forward to? Wow. Okay. That's exactly it. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So you got the 10 of Pentacles, right? This is one of the wish fulfillment cards in the Tarot deck. This is about love, community, stability, abundance so plentiful that it is able to not only feed you, but feed your family and community and bring you to a place of harmony and peace and beautifulness. I love this so much for you because it's clarifying that this 10 of Swords, there's an ending of pain and sorrow and hurt and pain and torment, like mental torment and, things not working out to your benefit and stepping you directly into the 10 of materials. It's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so we're seeing some beautiful openings for you. I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards to see what Spirit's guidance is for you to help you to embrace this beautiful energy that's coming forward for you, Pile 1. Okay, and you've got intention. So this card is saying you need to be mindful of what it is that you are bringing forward. Understand, as I said before, you are a powerful being. Okay, you are a powerful being. It's time for you to, as this portal is opening up, you all know them dandelions. I love the dandelion, right? And you blow, and then your wishes get sent out to the universe. And it's not just one. He's got one right there, and there's lots of wishes on that. And then he's surrounded by all of these beautiful wishes, and he's sitting on an egg of possibility. And what Spirit is saying is that this is all about your intention. What are you focusing on, beloved Pile 1? What are you focusing on? And that focus is what is going to continue to open up for you in this portal. So get clear, y'all. Get clear. All right. And let's see. I'm going to pull one of this archetype cards for you to kind of see what energy is sort of around you during this portal right now. And you've got the Student. Look at that. Okay. Guide. And we started off with listen to advice. Be the student. Be the student. So you're stepping into a whole new life, Pile 1. Okay. You're stepping into a whole new level of abundance, beauty, grace, Okay, so allow yourself the grace to be a student. I don't care how old you are, how much you've been working on whatever it is. Understand there's always an opportunity to learn anew. So this says humility and devotion to knowledge, openness in lifelong learning. Lifelong learning, y'all. Be the student. Be the student. Okay. The way that this can show up in shadow is arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Y'all get up and move. It's time to move. It's time to open that door and walk through the gate into these new places. Be the student. Be the student in light. Have humility and devotion to the knowledge, to continually learning. Okay. So that is what we have here. We're going to pull just 2 more oracle cards here. This is from the soul journey, and then the cosmic deck here. And I'm just trying to, oops, okay. Let's see. Relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good, right? And this just fell like right over where the moon is and the letting go, right? And this idea of the Lover's card, this connection. So what you're being reminded here of is that you need to, as you're going through this portal, you know, sometimes when we go through portals, we go through openings, everybody can't come, y'all. Everybody can't come as much as we want them to. But there's also what I'm hearing from Spirit is that there are also people who absolutely can come. Okay. But you need to, there's a change that is happening within you. You need to pay attention to the emotions that come up and how you begin to feel about the people that are around you. You know, there are times when you have ultimate clarity, like, this friendship has come to its end, right? It can go in light, it can go in blessings, but that's where it is, right? Or this person is about to be in my life for a long time. You can feel it, right? You feel the energy, you feel the difference, and Spirit is asking you to trust your own intuition about your relationships and allow those people who are going to support you in this new opening, in this new journey, in this new life, to come forth and stay in your life. And those energies that are not supporting you, that are not for your higher good, let them just fall away, okay? They do fall away because darkness falls away in the presence of light, okay? All right, so that I am seeing there, and then I wanted to pull one final card for you, and so it is actually from the Sacred Spirit deck. So, oops, I'm hitting the camera there. So this is the Sacred Spirit deck, and we're just going to pull one card with final guidance from Spirit on this beautiful portal and this beautiful reading that is happening for you, Power One. I'm really excited for you to be able to release some of the things that were before you, to step emotionally into a new light and step into a level of abundance that you have not yet seen. You're going to be stepping on new plains, new land, new people. That's what I keep hearing. Just a lot of newness for this pile. And you've got love and light, act with care. Love and light, act with care. And this is 26 is the number on it, which would give us an 8. An 8 number here. And it talks about resistance. Higher intervention is required. Act with care. There's this real sense with this here that it's time for you to allow any sense of sort of pride to be released. Allow an opening within your crown chakra to occur. Allow yourself to truly see and act from a place of what you actually see. Okay, it says your mantra here, your affirmation is, I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those open to assistance. Okay, so there's this idea that It is at this time in your life as these new portals are going, and I love that these cards are kind of, the colors here are sort of matching, and you've got a lot of purple. So there's this sense of like, there's a deep spiritual opening that's happening here. And for some of you, that letting go feels hard because as you go into newer levels, as you elevate, right? As you elevate, sometimes you have to let people, places, ideas go that just no longer serve you. And so this is talking about love at the highest level, the deepest frequency. It's talking about unconditional love, okay, that comes deeply from your heart, and being able to let yourself sit in the vibration of that. Because when we allow ourselves to sit in that and we allow that vibration to fully embrace our world around us, those things that no longer serve us will illuminate. It will become very, very clear, okay, what is no longer resonating in your space. And Spirit is asking you to listen. It's bringing us back to that same thing. Listen to the guidance within your own soul. Listen to the guidance from the divine. And sometimes that guidance for you all as you're walking through this portal is going to be, let that go. Just keep walking, beloved. Just keep walking, because you are moving into a new realm and you need to go light, light, light. Okay. This also talks about that sometimes people can be resilient to assistance. Okay. Those addictions or challenging behavioral or physical issues may not be able to ask or be willing to receive help. Feeling helpless can be overwhelming to caregivers and those with strong empathic qualities. Not being able to offer aid or having assistance refused when a person's pride is too great can also feel disheartening. It's important to remember to respect everyone's free will by acknowledging their own interference or intrusion into a person's life. Being too pushy in this area will have the opposite effect and personal karmic backlash. So make sure your ego is kept in check. So part of what this is saying, when Spirit is saying to you, it's time to let go, it's time to move forward. Some of you may have been dealing with circumstances, people, situations in your life that are unable to see how to let go of certain things, too caught up in ego, not able to move forward or elevate at the level that you're elevating. And Spirit is saying you have to set that down so that you can move forward on the path that you need to do. And you all know if this is true. So take what resonates with you. But if it resonates with you that you have been working really hard with something and it's just painful to let go of trying to support someone or help someone or get someone to think a certain way or do a certain thing, what Spirit is saying, you've got to trust and believe in the divine. If you trust and believe in the divine, you know that everyone has their own free will. So everybody has their own path, but you have yours. So you've got to make sure you're listening to yourself and what you need to be doing, beloveds. Like that is critical. Okay. And the rest you have to trust, put in the hands of divine and keep moving. Okay. So beautiful message here in terms of what is opening, what's possible for you. Get clear about your intention, the wishes, desires that you have of your heart. Follow it. Be a student. Listen to the guidance and tap into your own inner strength so that you can have the beautiful experiences that this reading is calling for of new lands, new people, new ideas, explosive creativity, and abundance at the optimum level. All right. So that's what I see for you all. I hope you have a beautifully abundant day. This is a beautiful opening for you. I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please put a like or a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And please, if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It does help me to grow. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Agate, and we're doing a reading today to explore what does this 7-7 portal have in store for you, and how you may be supported to kind of step into the newness, the new blessings, the new opportunities that may be opening for you in a way that you had not seen before. So, there's a lot of information out there about the 777. I'm going to try to get this reading up before the end of today, but I'm recording this on the 777. And so this is your pile if you chose the green Aventurine. And this slow down to relax card, such beautiful colors. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. So immediately in looking at this, there is this sense of like that this portal is going to open for you a sense of greater wonder at the simple. So what I'm understanding from Spirit is that one of the things that this opening is going to provide for you is the opportunity for you to begin to appreciate that which is around you that you may not have noticed before. Okay, there is going to be a sense of like, I'm almost getting that sense of like things moving in slow motion, right? I'm seeing like a camera that's moving in like at a very slow motion so that you can see the flutter of a butterfly's wings and you see all the intricate colors of that butterfly wing. So this is the image that I'm actually seeing in my head. It's a beautiful, slow moving motion, but it's very light. There's a sense of like a flooding of light. This card, there's like this opening that like, it's almost like your sight. I don't know if you've ever had the sensation of like going and looking outside and looking into the sun. And obviously we're not supposed to stare at the sun. But there's this sense in which the light can come in so brightly that you actually see beyond the brightness. And so what I'm seeing, you all, is I'm seeing an opening for you in terms of your connection to the divine, the connection to your higher self, the way it's like this slow moving energy that provides a clarity for you that you have not been able to see before. That's what I feel like this portal is opening for you. And what's beautiful about it is that's coming in the place of like, what's on the undercurrent is what we pulled from the undercurrent underneath the deck was the 3 of Cups, which is about community coming together for an event or celebration of some kind. This sort of energy of like community, right? Coming together in community in a place of celebration. So there's like, it's like I just got the feeling in my body. There's like this sense of like, I don't know if you've ever like been at a party or just been around a bunch of loved ones or family or just people you really care about, good friends, and there's a bunch of activity going on. And for a moment, everything slows down for you and you're like, look around and you feel the love emerging from your heart of being connected to these other souls around you. And it's such a feeling of peace and such a feeling of like knowingness and belonging. And that is the energy that I'm feeling with this pile, which is quite lovely. It's really, really beautiful. So slow down to relax, break to enjoy the beauty around you. Wow. Okay. So, and that's why that was a beautiful imagery. So it says that the poem, the Rumi poem that is associated with this card is, patience is not just sitting and waiting. It is visioning. It is looking at the thorn and seeing the rose, looking at the night and seeing the day. Lovers are patient and know that even the moon needs time to become full. Beautiful. And that's by Rumi. So there are times when we feel like drained, worn out, fatigued. Everything seems to be moving at a normal pace. And yet our usual energy, drive, and motivation It takes a bit of a dive, okay? So this is when your body and soul are telling you to slow down, take care, don't burn yourself out. The time has arrived to sit back, relax, and focus on foreseeing the future. Turn your focus inward and towards your spiritual development. You are being called to slow down. And I really feel like it's slow down to speed up, okay? There's a sense of needing to slow down to speed up. Rumi wants you to realize, if you haven't already, that the power is within you and you can create anything that you wish. All the answers you have been looking for are revealing themselves to you right now. This is beautiful, a divine message in terms of what you need to be aware of as this portal is opening up. There's this sense of like spirit taking like the universal magnifying glass and saying, look, beloved, I'm showing you, I'm highlighting for you the things, the beauty that you need to see in your life. Focus on those beautiful things, okay? Focus on those beautiful things and watch them magnify. Watch them grow. Let's see. We're going to pull a couple of oracle cards. We're just going to pull this, and then we're going to pull this one card, and then we're going to pull oh, I guess maybe it's, I'm really thinking it's this one, and I'm going to pull this one that is got pulled over too. Okay, so, okay, so you've got these two beautiful pathways or doorways. It's interesting to me that you do have two, because I only pulled one for the other, but what I'm getting immediately, wow. And I'll read these cards, but I'm getting the sense that like many of you, like this portal is going to be opening for you new paths out into the world, and also new internal paths, because both of these cards, there's like a closed door. It's almost like, to me, what I'm getting is foundation, home, family, a place of retreat and comfort and solitude. But then there's this new path, this new opening out into the world, out into the unknown. And so there's this sense that as this portal comes in, you're going to have a sense of stability. If they don't have that right now, it's going to start to come into place where you have this sense of stability. You have this sense of like things being able to work out, having a place to come back to, like some kind of solid place to be able to come back to while you go out and explore the world, okay? And which is really beautiful. So let's see what we've got. So you've got morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. And it says, meditate under the sun. Morning memory. Okay, so we're talking about that. And then you've got heart healing. I love that, because part of the 7/7 portal is about activating that from your heart chakra all and up. So this sort of sense of heart healing. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. Okay, so I love that. There's this sense like, and that's what I was sort of getting here is like, there's this sense of like, there's a foundation, a home here. And then there's like this growth that is coming, stepping out into the world, going into a new place, new doors being opened to you. Okay, so that's what we're seeing on your first oracle cards. I do have some more oracle cards here, but first I'm going to just pull your tarot to see for spirit to illuminate for us what is happening for you during this 7/7. What do you need to be conscious of? What do you need to know from the divine to support you? And something went awry here with it. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a few more cards here. So you've got the King of Swords. And I love that you've got this 7 of Cups too, which is like having choices, right? That there's going to be a lot of choices open to you. It's that one and this one, and we may have to put, I think it's that one. Huh? I didn't pull that many for the other. We'll just All that. Okay, so you've got the King of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Death card. Oh, that came up in the other one. Hanged Man. Interesting. The Sun, a lot of major arcana here. And the Four of Pentacles. It's interesting because this Four of Pentacles reminds me of the energy that I was getting from this card right here, which is about foundation, right? Having this sense of family and foundation. I love that you've got the Sun card here. Yeah, so you've got, so in terms of portal, what's opening for you during this time? A couple of things. So you've got the King of Swords. The King of Swords is going to be about success, abundance, coming from ideas that you have been working toward, okay? But coming to a new level. So I feel like this portal is going to open for you new pathways on ideas, things that you've been working on, thinking about, wanting to move forward. This is about getting to a new level of achievement with those ideas. There's a sense of an opening of your crown chakra here. You can see her crown is sort of like glowing. And there's this sense of like your brain, your intellect is going to support you as you move through this next portal. The things that you've been thinking about heavily, the things that you have been like ruminating on, right, are the things that are going to be new doors that are opening to you. So pay attention to what crosses your mind. What are your thought processes? What are you feeling ignited about, wanting to learn more about, wanting to engage with? Because the King of Swords energy is one of a very just energy, a very clear-headed energy, an energy that will get you to your resolve using your intellect, okay? And then you've got the Seven of Cups, which is about choices, right? And some of you may be feeling like there's a lot of choices that are available to you and you're not sure which one to go. Sometimes the Seven of Cups talks about that some of the choices are not good choices, right? They're not, like, you have so many choices and you're trying to figure out what it is to do. But the way that this was represented here and this card really feels like it's like the world is open to you. There are a lot of different stars and all you need to do is reach out and touch that which you want to bring into you. And because it's connected here with this King of Swords energy, it feels like your intellect is going to be the guiding light, if you will, in terms of finding the path that is exact and right for you. It's a beautiful opportunity that you have a lot of choices for you, but to use your intellect and use your mind to be able to guide you in the direction that you need to go. Now you've got this Death card here, but it's interesting about this Death card is that there's sort of a sense of like already a rebirth is happening here. There's a growth that's happening here. It is around, I want to say that's a butterfly. Yes. So there's a transformation that is happening here. And I love that there's growth that's coming, this is sort of coming out of her and then like up through her crown and her head chakra around her, not her third eye, but just her sort of consciousness, right? Her thought, her intellect, right? Is like flowering. So there's this sense of, and I feel like it's interesting because Pile 1 had this idea of like death to emotional things. And I feel like for you all, what I'm really getting is the letting go that you're going to need to let go of in this portal for 777 right now is about letting go of some old constricting ideas, some old thought patterns that no longer serve you. Okay, so really examine why you think about certain things and why it is that it's holding you. And I feel like this Hanged Man is spirit kind of saying that, like, during this portal, there's an opportunity. If you've been feeling stuck, understand that, first of all, that stuckness is going to be moving. You're going to be moving out of that stuckness. But right now, if you're still feeling it right now, you need to understand that it is connecting you to the divine. It is allowing you the pause that you need to be able to examine your thoughts that no longer serve you so that you can shift them and move in a new direction. All right, because that is going to bring you the stability that you need and the happiness and the joy that you need. The thing is, this is the Sun card, which is a beautiful card. It represents happiness and healing and growth and just abundant joy. It's a major arcana, so it's really like right on your path. There's so much brightness here, but it's interesting because there's a bit of a shadow here. And to me, because of where this is falling, it is also speaking to this thought pattern that you need to let go of. So some of you have been holding on to a certain way, something that you've been thinking is a part of your reality or has to be a part of your reality that no longer serves you. It could be thoughts that you have about yourself. It could be thoughts that you have about your environment. You might be thinking, this place is not for me. I've never liked this place. I don't want to be here. But they're saying, shift your perspective. It could be that you feel like, oh, I have to be with these people. I have to deal with this situation. I have to be in this environment. And Spirit is saying, beloved, no, like this is a thought pattern that you decided. This didn't come from me. This is a thought pattern that came from you. It is a shadow that is covering you from seeing fully your blossoming sunlight. And we want you to be in that power. We want you to be in your full sun, joy, happiness power. And in order to do that, there's going to need to be a death to some idea that is no longer serving you. Because that death, y'all, is going to bring you to the Four of Pentacles, which is going to give you a solid foundation. Okay? A solid foundation. I love that. So the Four of Pentacles, it depends on the context. It can also, for me, this is about like, in this case, what I'm feeling is that this is about stability, like having the home, having the foundation you need to continue to grow. Because I feel like this portal, what I'm getting is that these new ideas are going to take you on a new path. And so the Four of Pentacles is laying the groundwork of what is going to be coming in for you. Now, I would like to pull some addition, that's what I'm saying, some clarifiers. So I'm going to pull, just trying to find the deck there. Sorry, a little brain pause. I just want to get a clarifier on, I'm pretty sure I am hearing from Spirit very clearly about the Death card in terms of it being ideas. But I'm going to go ahead and get a clarifier just to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to share with us around what needs to be let go during this time of the portal for this beautiful pile too. Okay. And wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. That came up in the last reading. So some of you may be drawn to pile one, but so there's a death to the Lover's card. Now in the Lover's card, remember that the Lover's card, often, we say that it's about partnership, heart-centered partnership, but it's also about choice. And so it again is reminding me, like it did with the other group, that there are some choices that you have made, and they're mental choices in your case, like about ideas that you have about people, places, or things, or yourself, ideas, thoughts that you believe you've made a choice about. You've decided that it needs to be this way, and they're saying there needs to be a letting go of that choice and allowing yourself the opportunity to make a new choice. Okay, it's time for you to make a new choice. I can't believe that exact same card. I literally shuffled all this. Okay, the card just fell on the floor. Hold on one second. Okay, so the card that fell on the floor, I was asking about clarifying for the Four of Pentacles. And we got the Page of Materials, which is going to be the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So there is this sense of like working diligently towards something. So it's as if this portal that is happening for you, when you let go of some old ideas about something, this Page of Pentacles is going to have this sort of steady, slow moving energy toward learning something new and bringing that forth. And this Four of Pentacles is giving you the foundation you need to be able to go ahead and step into that energy of building anew what it is that you're building. And I feel like it's coming for you all as an idea, that there is an idea that is coming forth for you. And you've got the Six of Voices, which is going to be the Six of Swords, which is about moving away from letting go of an idea again. With this Six of Voices, the Six of Swords is going to be your intellect, right? Your idea. But I love here that you've started with the King of Swords. So it's like you have the fortitude, you have the mental fortitude to do this transition. This pile is really about making some different choices around what you're thinking about and how you're guiding your intellect in your life. Moving forward, you're going to see new ideas coming forward for you through this 7-7 portal. You're going to see new past work. This may be connected to work for you all, but this feels a little bit different than the first pile in terms of being a much more mental focused in terms of the shift that is going to be occurring for you within this 7-7. Okay, I'm really getting a sense of a lot of new ideas coming in, and not even just new ideas, but like the establishment of ideas, like and them finding a successful outlet, a successful output. So something you've been working on, thinking about, moving forward. It's like in order to get through this portal, you got to make that final push to let something go that you need to let go. And I feel like what you're needing to let go is a thought process, right? It's like how, or tied up in terms of how. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so and then you've got the Ace of Inspirations, and the Ace of Inspirations is going to be your Ace of Wands. So it's like when you let go of that Six of Voices, when you let go of that energy that's holding you back in some way, keeping you from moving forward on the ideas that you want to move forward, you're going to be infused with new, brilliant, creative ideas that are coming directly from the divine, that are flourishing even in dry land. Even when you feel like you don't have what you need, there will be a blossoming of new beginning that is succulent, that is rich, that will help you to continue to prosper in the future. I love that for you all. This is beautiful. I hope this is resonating with you. It seems very clear to me what is happening in your reading in terms of this portal and really opening up your mental capacity and your ideas and landing you in a new place that was not previously open to you. Okay, so let's get some final oracle cards here from Spirit. Let's see. And I'm feeling this card here. Oh my goodness, I cannot. Wow, that's literally the card that I got for pile one. So you all might be connected, like, because there's just a lot of, there's some nuances here. It is different, but there's some different nuances here. So this card is the intention card, and it's also a 4. It's 2-2, which is a 4. And it's also about this idea, you know, I love this dandelion, but it's really this idea of like putting your intention out. What do you wish to be true, beloveds? And allow yourself to focus on that, because you are sitting on an egg of creativity. You are sitting on a brilliant idea that is going to blossom into something incredible. And I love that because it's connected here with this Ace of Inspirations, this new beginning, this connection to the divine, something that will truly flourish even out of a dry land. But you need to get focused in your mind. Your mind is very powerful at this time during the 7-7-7 for this pile. Definitely, your mind is one of the places, one of your sources of magic, of alchemy, of connection to the divine. And the energy that you got going around you is the goddess energy. Look at that. Goddess, beautiful. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, right? There's this sense of like the feminine. So I love that as a balancing fact to the King of Swords, because the King of Swords can sometimes have a harsh energy here. But one, we got the female version of the King of Swords here. And then you've got this goddess energy here of the feminine expressed through wisdom. So there's still this sense of connection to the mind, to the intellect, to your guidance, but almost at a deeper level of knowingness, right? So really tapping into that, whether you be male or female or however you identify, but to tap into that feminine energy of like deep knowing and wisdom, and let that be the driving force behind your intentions and how it is that you're going to manifest these beautiful things. I love that for you all. And we're going to pull 2 more oracle cards. So let's see. Okay. Balance. So you got balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. This is a beautiful blossoming here. I love that it's blue. You've got a lot of blue. The other deck, the other reading had a lot of purple, and some yellow, and you've got a lot of blue in your deck. And it's this sort of sense of like peace, calm, tranquility, the sense that I spoke about in the beginning of slowing down to really see the beauty in your world. You know, you can almost see your world from the sense of like a slow moving, slow capture film that's going to illuminate for you all of the beauty that is around you. And we're going to look for final messages here from Spirit. And that, wow, and the final message, there's really this sense, the Spirit is saying, slow down, beloved. I want you to really catch this. I really want you to see what's happening for you through this portal. You've got meditation, which is 2-7, which will give you a 9. And its improvements require persistence. So what they're telling you, and the thing is that this is persistence over your mind, because this card is really about the mind. And the King of Swords has mastered that intellect, balancing the mind. You can't be all just intellect. None of that works. There has to be balance, right? There has to be balance between the emotional and the intellect. But the King of Swords has sort of mastered that balance. And this is suggesting that meditation is an opportunity for you, beloveds, in terms of really finding that place of balance, so that your intellect is in a place of flow in terms of where you need to go in your life, that you can be balanced with your goddess energy, creating new things that are coming forward, but doing it from a sense of discernment, doing it from a sense of knowingness, trusting your wisdom, okay? This is beautiful. I love this for you all. For the 777 portal, this is really focusing on your intellect and your growth and your balance and slowing down and seeing the beauty in your world, y'all. Many things are going to be opening to you. Celebration is coming your way. Embrace it. Enjoy every moment of it. Thank you for tuning into the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Agate. If you like what you're hearing here, please hit a like, share, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And with that said, I hope you have a joyfully abundant day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Agate. And if you chose the blue Aventurine here, and this speaking out, this is going to be your reading. So as a reminder, we are just looking into what the 7-7 portal might be opening for you, and what blessings might be here for you to stay over the next sort of 7 years, 7 weeks, 7 days, 7 months, 7 years, and sort of how you can best utilize what is coming your way. So this is pile number 3. And what's beautiful about this card that's drawing you in is it says, speak out, communicate, and solve the conflicts. And it's really interesting because what you had going on underneath the surface, or underneath the bottom of the deck, was the Emperor card. Okay. And the Emperor card is the ultimate leader, strategist, communicator, able to fully step and stand in his power and allow that power to manifest abundance, riches, wealth, harmony, and balance into his life. And I feel like what's happening for you during this 7/7 portal is that Spirit is really asking you to understand that your heart is big enough that you do not need to hesitate on being able to speak your word, because your word is going to be healing not only to yourself, to your community, but also to those around you and beyond in your community. The Rumi quote that is associated with this card is, I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who hears or what they think. So I had to pause because I wasn't sure if the sound was working. I think it did work, so I'm going to continue on. But we were talking about this card and about this need to speak out. And I just read the Rumi quote. And one of the things that this card is really saying is it's giving you guidance and confirmation that your heart is big enough to freely speak out what you keep inside you without feeling embarrassed or fearing that you might be ridiculed or scorned. The warm, blushing glow that surrounds you beckons to a community of friends who will welcome all you would like to share. Okay? There's this sense that some of you may have been fearful or concerned that people will have a negative reaction to you for sharing your ideas or insights. But the truth of the matter is your community and your family, your friends, those that know your heart, that are part of your soul family, are really going to be able to receive what it is that you need to speak. Okay? Because you are saturated with the divine presence, beautiful pile 3. You are saturated with a presence that is so rich that it wants to pour out of you in words that are freely spoken. And so by speaking out, you're able to resolve conflicts, build trust, grow love, build community. Like, your word has power, dear ones. And the thing is that the divine is really pointing to it and saying that you are helping people with your ideas. And it's important for you to release them, okay? The mantra for this one is, I am committing myself to be brave enough to speak out my thoughts and feelings honestly with others. So as we move into the 7/7 portal, beautiful pile number 3, it is really going to be an opening for you to begin to speak out more in your life. State more of what your ideas are, what your thoughts are, what you and I'm really getting also like what you're feeling, right? Trust yourself to know that you are connected to the divine and that you have a wisdom that can elevate the lives of those around you. So this is really asking you to be brave and to speak out. All right. So let's take a look. We're going to pull a quick oracle card on a door. Like, oops, they all just came flying out, didn't they? What doorways are going to be opening to you? And then we'll pull several of the tarot. And then I've got several oracle cards here to give us guidance from Spirit. And I got pulled out 2 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and do both of those. Beautiful. Look at that, like the synchronicity of that green. You know, the green is also kind of the color of the heart chakra. So there's this sort of sense of like opening of your heart chakra, which is beautiful for this portal, because the 7/7 portal is also talking about opening chakras from the heart up through your crown and beyond, right? So that is really beautiful coloring here, this color of white and green. And what you've got here, a note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, Blessed is the body, mind, and soul. And I really feel like this is part of what Spirit was saying about the openness of your heart, right? There's this real sense of openness of your heart chakra, trusting your heart, trusting that your heart and mind and soul are in the right place. And so the power of your word is elevated because of that, beloveds. So this opening is really asking you to claim your power in terms of your voice and in terms of your heart. A moment's joy, sand through the hourglass, yet time still stands still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. There's such a heart opening of this reading already, so beautiful in the sense of like, this door is really saying that it's almost like when I was reading this, I got this image of all of you souls in pile number 3, this image of like when you speak, time sort of stands still a bit. Like there's that pause where it's like people will listen to what you need to say. It's just important that you're speaking out from your heart, okay? But I really got that sense of like that pause that happens when somebody is speaking and everybody wants to stop and listen, that electricity that fills a room. So it's obvious that you all have some things that you need to say, that you need to release, and you need to trust and know that the divine is walking with you in that process. I feel like for some of you too, what is coming into my mind right now, and these are your tarot cards that I'm going to shuffle to ask Spirit to give us more clarity on what's happening for you in terms of opening in the 777. But I feel like for some of you, this idea of speaking out is going to translate in multiple areas of your life. So it's not just with your friends and family, which I'm seeing is also really important, but that understanding that there is a power in your word and in your tongue. And that the truth is you can trust your heart and trust yourself so that the words that come out are going to be ones that will uplift others. Some of you, Spirit is telling me that some of you may have had an experience earlier in your life, or it could have not been that long ago, or it could have been quite a while ago, is what I'm seeing, 2 different sides of it, in which the power of your tongue affected either you or someone that you loved or people around you, maybe even a stranger, in some type of negative way. Like, so for instance, like you may have been a child and said something that you saw, or, shared something and somebody got in trouble for it, or you got in trouble for it, or there's something connected to the power of your tongue and your memory, right? That, so Spirit is really saying like that is, you can trust your heart. Trust that sometimes, what I'm hearing is sometimes there's a reason, like that when you speak your truth, it may look like, maybe somebody got in trouble for it or something that wasn't what it was supposed to be. But in fact, that was the path, that was the journey. Okay. And I know in my mind, I'm hearing, but that was kind of harsh, because it may have been something that was, I'm hearing violent or hurtful in some way. And so it might seem like that's a harsh thing to say, that is something that was meant to be. But what I'm hearing from Spirit very clearly is that you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself and the power of your tongue. Okay. So let's see what we've got here for your tarot cards. You've got the Sun. Beautiful. The Queen of Wands. You better speak, y'all. The Seven of Cups. The King of Cups. Emotional balance and justice. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And then the warning here that we have here on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is telling me that you've got, this kind of goes back to what I was saying before, that you've got this sense of illusion around who you are and being trapped in a certain type of way that you are not trapped, right? Thou art loose. You are not, Your power is not going to get you bound, right? Or get other people bound. Like, you have the ability to be able to speak. And I love this reading for you because you've got the sun. So we're talking about the portal and what's opening up for you: joy, happiness, contentment, self-healing. And this is coming through the power of your tongue, beloveds. There is a power and force in you that needs to be released, that is going to take you to a new level of joy in your world. I mean, look at the joy that she is in right there. The sun is radiant. Like, you are emitting a light that will impact not only yourself and your own healing, but will impact your community and your family. You need to let your light shine out. As a matter of fact, as this portal opens up, what I'm really getting is that your light is going to become so strong that you're going to have to speak, because it's almost like releasing the valve a bit. Like, you will not be able to contain what it is that you need to share with the world. And Spirit is saying, we're with you 100%. Let it out. Open your mouth. Speak wide. Spread your arms like she is, and just speak out into the world. You have a power that can manifest and change things in your world and bring about more joy and happiness for those around you. What's lovely is you've got this beautiful Queen of Wands energy, and that's a great energy to be with you in the power of speaking out. I mean, she is literally manifesting magic out of nothing with the power of her own mind, hands, and mouth. Okay? She is manifesting that into reality. And so the Queen of Wands is very powerful, creative, abundant. She is a natural born leader. She leads with fire and passion. And this is something that you are stepping into as we move into this 7/7 portal. You are stepping into your full divine feminine power, whether you be male or female. It is all about stepping into your power of manifestations, to your power of creativity, to your power of fire. And I love that for you, because you've got the sun and you've got the Queen of Wands there. Now you've got this 7 of Cups, and then we see this movement into this emotional energy, right? So the 7 of Cups can indicate that you've got multiple choices before you, multiple roads before you. Now, some of these will indicate that, like, some of these paths are not for you. But what I want you to know, and what the Spirit is telling to me very, very clearly, is that you have the power of discernment. You are much stronger than you believe you are, Pile 3. You are much stronger. You have a sense. What I'm hearing is that some of you all have the belief or sense that you are weak in some way. Maybe because you are highly feeling. You have a strong empathetic nature. You feel things on a very deep level, and you may have been told or have the understanding that makes you weak, that keeps you from having a clear discernment, a clear mind. But Spirit is saying very clearly that is not the case. That is not the case for you. You have discernment, and you will have multiple choices before you, but the choice that you make will be the correct one. So don't doubt yourself. Move yourself forward. And this is confirmed by this beautiful King of Cups energy, because the King of Cups is deeply abundant. Look how he's completely connected to his heart chakra, and his crown is in is fully intact. And so his crown chakra is continuing to open as well. But the King of Cups is balanced, both internally and externally, emotionally, right? So this is telling me that you have what it takes to be discerning over your emotions. Your emotions will not stop you. As a matter of fact, it is your passion and your emotions that you need to use to speak out, to heal not only yourself, but the people around you, okay? And this 7/7 portal is opening up new ways for you to stand in your power, beautiful Pile 3. Stand in your power, speak your mind, and trust and know that you are fully supported, okay? You're not trusting yourself enough, but this portal is going to open up a new way of being for you, in which you are able to fully harness the power, the light that you have been gifted with and are born with. And the more you use it, the more you speak out, speak your truth, speak what you see, because you will speak with loving kindness, and by doing that, you are not only healing yourself, but healing those around you. Okay. And then you've got this beautiful justice card. So those of you who feel like things have not been going in your direction, that people don't understand you, I'm hearing, or that you feel like when you speak out, people may deem you as being emotional, or you have a sense that it doesn't work when you speak out. But justice is always the cycle of the universe to balance the scales, to make sure that everything is karmically in balance. And justice is saying what was wrong will become right. Okay. So for those of you who have struggled with speaking before, those of you who have struggled with being misunderstood before, the justice card is here to tell you that no, things are going to be set right. Things are going to be put into their proper place. And some of that is going to occur by you speaking your full mind, heart, and soul. Trusting that you are covered by the divine, whether you can see it in the 3D or not. Okay? It's really important that you understand that, beautiful Pile 3. I love that for you. These are beautiful messages. And I'm going to look at a couple of oracle cards to end out our reading here in terms of what's happening for you, Pile 3, for this 7-7 opening. But what I'm really seeing here is this sense of joy, contentment, expansion. There is an expansion that's happening with you for this Sun card. And the Queen of Wands. Let's see what you got here. Now, this actually tried to come in reverse. I don't typically read these in reverse, but it was trying to come in reverse, and the rest of the deck is not in reverse. So this is interesting because the Deep Freeze card talks about things not being able to move forward in a certain way and needing to take a pause, needing to take a break, a retreat. But because this was starting to come in reverse, and I don't typically read this in reverse, but Spirit keeps telling me it is in reverse, that there's this sense that like this 7-7 portal is thawing you from a deep freeze. Okay. And what I'm hearing is that it is thawing your tongue. It is thawing your throat chakra and opening up your heart. So the places in which your heart may have felt cold, where you have felt like you were, your throat was actually immobilized in some way. And when I say places, that could be with certain people or relationships, that can be in certain communities that you're in, and where you felt like, I can't really speak on this in that community. There's a sense that this 7-7-7 is going to be a unifying force for you. In other words, if you are having to hold your tongue over here about this issue, and then you go over to this community and you have to hold your tongue about this, and then over in this community you have to hold your tongue about this, Spirit is saying, oh, no. In this 7-7-7 portal, things are going to be integrated. You are going to need to be all of who you are in all of the spaces that you dwell, because quite frankly, Pile number 3, you've got too much work to do for Spirit. And so we can't be doing this code switching, if you will, that we have felt that we needed to, and in many cases did need to in order to survive in these in these different communities. Spirit is saying to you that no, now is the time for you to come wholly into yourself. And those who cannot accept who you are over here, or who you are over here, or who you are over here, will just slide on away, because your light that is going to come in this with the sun is going to be so bright that it is going to magnetize to you those people, souls, places, jobs, careers, abundance, love, friendships, activities that resonate with your brilliant light, Pile number 3. This is a beautiful opening for you when it comes to the 7-7-7 portal. And we're going to pull a couple of more. Oopsie. I'm going to pull a couple of more oracle cards. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and they don't have anything to do with you, beloved. Okay? Judgment justice, okay? Everything is going to come into balance for you, okay? People are going to have their judgments of you because your light is so bright, okay? People are going to be blinded by their own shadows, okay? Because when your light comes up, it can cast a shadow if their light does not match yours. Okay, understand and believe, as other people have said, understand, right? That your light is very, very bright, okay? And that your judgment, people gonna have their judgment, but that doesn't have anything to do with you. And then and you'll find that as you move through this 777, more things are gonna be coming forward. Okay, shapeshifter. This is the energy that's around you, and it is in light. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. This is you, beautiful Pile 3. Now understand that the shadow of this is protecting an image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. What were we just talking about? You need to integrate all of who you are in the various communities you are. Stay in the light, which is using your skill to navigate the different communities, but being fully and wholly who you are in each of those places, in all of those different relationships, in all of those communities. That is what is going to be important for you as you step into this. And it is going to be a blessing, because let me tell you, it is a lot of work to code switch between community to community to community. And when you're able to let that go and be fully who you are, authentically yourself in every situation, child, it saves you a whole lot of time and a whole lot of energy. You know, it's harder to keep up with the lie, honestly. And I'm not saying that you all are liars in any way. There's a reason why we choose to code switch in different communities. It is generally generated through a need for survival, okay? So I'm not discounting that in any way. But what Spirit is saying is that when this 7-7 portal moves through, which is by the time this reading is posted will have happened, there will be an opening for you that is going to allow a major transition and shift in your world, okay? To be able to be fully integrated, with all of who you are. So let's look at this final card message here from Spirit that we have for pile number 3 in terms of their guidance and navigating through this 7-7 portal. What guidance can support them? Living light energy. See the beauty in life. See the beauty in life. And I love this because it is 25, which is going to be a 7 for you. It says spend more time in nature, okay? And I think as you're going through this transition, as you're integrating the whole of who you are, natural places and sources, that energy it can be a very calming energy for you. It can be very grounding and allow you to have the peace, I guess, that you need to really fully integrate. Because it can feel a bit, I don't want to say chaotic, but I'm trying to think of another word that would be, it can feel a little discordant, or just like you may feel a little bit out of sorts as you are coming together. Like when you go into different spaces, like, there's a sense of like, I've never really shared that before in this space, but like, it's not like you need to overshare, right? There's not a need for you to overshare in different spaces. It's just that you don't need to hide who you are in any way, shape, or fashion in any community, right? Understand and trust that as you show up, you will be accepted by those souls who are meant to be present in your world. Understanding that everything is energy. The air we breathe, the elements, emotions, sound, animals, people, our thoughts, all of this is energy. Living light energy is positively charged and full of physical life, radiating its permeance throughout the universe. You, beloveds, are living light energy. Okay. And that energy, because of the light that you carry, that energy is going to be multiplied and it affects people. It's like I was saying earlier when I was saying that, getting that sense of like when someone speaks, when certain people speak, it feels like the room is electrified in a certain type of way. It's because they're carrying that light energy. And pile number 3, you are carrying that. And if you don't feel like you're carrying it now, believe me, you're going to start to really feel it. Okay. You're going to really start to notice that you're carrying a different type of energy. And it's going to become imperative that you bring the whole of who you are into any space that you're in because of the light that you carry. All right. Cosmic and earthly energy is all living light energy as it stems from the celestial light source. All of creation, the cosmic Big Bang and its remnants make up the wonderful and beautiful collective of living light energy. It is pure energy that vibrates at its original blueprint. And you, loves, need to vibrate at your original blueprint. And the more that you do that, the more your whole being is going to come together and grow and emanate even greater light. Okay. So opening yourself to receive living light energy requires only an open heart, which you have, that wishes to be balanced and harmonized with universal flow and the divine source of all that is whole and complete. This energy now awaits you to integrate and unify your heart in all love energy. Okay. Look for the beauty in life. Surround yourself with the living energy of plants, crystals, minerals. Support your light body through powerful transitions. Okay. Your affirmation here is: I integrate living light energy within my heart, mind, and soul. I am one. Okay, there's this sense in this reading here that speaking your mind is connected to you, pile 3, integrating all of who you are as a being and being the light being that you are on this planet at this time. This 7/7 portal is going to elevate you to a new level of understanding of the vibrational energy, not only that is within you, but that in fact you are. Okay. So I hope that that resonates with you. I found this to be a beautiful, insightful reading. You all are beautiful energies, beautiful spirits. Let your light shine, pile number 3. Like, let that sun just blossom out of you. And I promise you, you're going to feel a new level of joy, excitement, passion, and healing in your life. Okay. So that is what I see for you all today. I hope that you have enjoyed your reading, that it resonates with you. If you do like the readings that you're getting here, please hit that like button, share the videos, drop a comment. Let me know what resonates with you. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being a part of the Abundant Joy Tarot community. If you have not yet subscribed, please click that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. And I will see you in your next reading. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.